So I have been very critical about Reddit in recent times. Like, I have been extremely critical about the way that Reddit is moderated in general. I think that its moderation is so biased that it's absolutely stupid. I've made many videos about it and all that stuff. I mean, I got a hate post put on Reddit about me, and then when I was responding to people on the hate post about myself, I got restricted from the subreddit from posting any more thing. I can't post no comments or anything from that subreddit after a hate post was put about one of my videos. So I've been very critical about it. But Reddit has recently started to make a bit of a change, especially, and this is coming just a day after the Trump inauguration, and also the infamous and very, very infamous moment of when Elon Musk goes to send off the crowd after he finishes his little speech and decides to do, you know, the movement of a certain dictator in Germany during the 1930s and 40s, which I'm not going to repeat because, you know, YouTube is a bit iffy when it comes to all that kind of stuff, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. But Reddit is now starting to make this movement where a lot of these Reddit pages are starting to put a proposal to ban x.com links. Now, on surface level, if you look at the reason why they're banning Twitter links, I call it Twitter, by the way. I don't call it X. I'll never call it like X officially. I will still always call it Twitter. If you look at the reason why, the initial reason why that they're banning it is kind of fair enough. Because a lot of the reasons why some people want to ban Twitter is because you have to have an account in order to be able to look at posts on Twitter. Like, if you're just someone who doesn't use Twitter whatsoever and you don't use the app, you don't have an account, but you use Reddit, and someone posts something in the subreddit that's of discussion, and it's like, hey guys, look at this has got to do with this subreddit, and obviously you go to click on the post because you want to engage with this, you can't because, you know, you don't have a Twitter account and you don't really want to make one, which if you don't want to make a Twitter account, you don't like Twitter or X, I feel like that's absolutely fair enough. But there's also the other reason why they're banning it, and it's obviously because of the hatred for Elon Musk himself, especially after the sign that he did and after, you know, the action that he did during the inauguration. And one of these is put out in r/PC Gaming, where right here it says in this second paragraph, it says, this is something that we've been contemplating for a little while now. X has become increasingly hateful, toxic, and less moderated. This has in turn made us less comfortable with letting our subreddit link it to other people, not to mention the distasteful things Elon Musk has done recently. So in the interest of not stifling discussion and creating a better user experience, we are going to make image posts available and allow content from X to be submitted as a screenshot, as well as adding this to the exception list on our original source rule. So if you find a web article that says exactly what the tweet does, you're free to link that instead. So when it comes to, you know, banning Twitter because of, you know, people don't have accounts and all that kind of stuff, I feel like, yeah, whatever, fair enough. I mean, it just makes people easier to be able to access the content and easier to engage with it all. But to me, when it comes to the whole entire, X has become increasingly hateful, toxic, and less moderated, I mean, when it's come to that, that's actually one of the reasons why I actually kind of prefer Twitter over Reddit. And you might disagree with me on this, and I think that's absolutely fine. And we'll get onto the whole entire Elon Musk and, you know, his actions and all that. But I have mentioned it, but I haven't gone into detail of it. We'll go into this first, is that, like, when it comes to the less and less moderation on Twitter, I prefer when websites, especially social media platforms, have less and less moderation, and they let people to be able to express any types of opinions they have, as long as it's within the law of the country that they are in. Because obviously you can't go ahead and go on Twitter and post something that's like blatantly illegal, like saying that you're going to, you know, and this is just me saying it as an example. I'm not saying I would do it, obviously not, but saying that you're going to, like, commit a terrorist act and actually go through with it. That's obviously something you can't post on Twitter. Even to this day, you can't do that. But I think if someone wants to go ahead and have some radical opinion, and I'm not just talking about right-wing radical opinion, because this is obviously, because Reddit is very much like leaning towards like the left side of things, and I mean for both sides of the spectrum. I think that if you're a radical person, I think you're a dumbass. Like, don't get me wrong. I think if you're a radical right person or a radical left person and you stick to that side and you don't like look at either sides, like me, I like to look at, depending on the situation, I really like to look at both sides. People call me a fence sitter, you know, that's what they would call me, but I think, you know, it's fine to be a fence sitter. It's great to see both sides of the political spectrum. But if you are someone who sticks to that side only and never sees the other side, I think you're a dumbass. But at the same time, I still think that you have the right to go ahead and voice your opinion, even if it's wrong. Even if you come out on Twitter and you make a whole thread about something that is like the dumbest conspiracy theory ever, like, I think you have extremely the right to still go ahead and do that, because it's freedom of speech. You have the right to do that. If you want to go ahead and say something absolutely radical, even if I think you're dumb and it might be a little bit toxic, go ahead and say it. It's up to the public's opinion of whether they want to give you the time of day to say that you're right or you're wrong. And if you don't like it, I mean, all you can do is just keep scrolling and ignore it. That's it. You just ignore it. It's the internet. You could just hop off your phone, or you can just scroll past it and ignore it if you don't like it. That's one of the main reasons why people are wanting to ban X, and the reason why now that they're going through with it. People have had this opinion for like a while now when it comes to Twitter, especially on Reddit. Like I said, Reddit is definitely more like of, you know, towards like the left side of politics than they are on the right side, because, you know, it is very biased in their moderation. Like when it comes to the top mods, there are power mods on Reddit as well. If you don't believe me, this was a post that was put out 5 years ago of where it comes to like there's 6 power mods that control 118 of the top 500 subreddits, which is absolutely ridiculous. So it's definitely that there's a lot of bias on Reddit. If you just go ahead and look at that post, that's from 5 years ago. So can you imagine how it is now? It's definitely 100% worse. But the reason why it's now going ahead and going through with is obviously because of what Elon Musk did at the inauguration. And there is a lot of like people's opinions of whether, when it comes to whether Elon Musk did this on purpose or whether he did this by accident. Now, me personally, I've always seen, like, I don't hate Elon Musk. I've never really hated him, but I'm never like a dick rider of him either. Obviously, some things I think that he does is great. Other things that I think he does is absolutely stupid. And I think a lot of times he can be just like a bit of a dumbass. And let's be honest, the man's autistic. He's actually autistic. Like, that's not even defense. That's legit stating a fact. Like, I know someone, when I posted a video about it and I talked about the inauguration, a couple days ago, or yesterday or a couple days ago, depends on when this video comes out, is that like he is autistic. That's not me defending, that's just saying it. And I just think, and if you disagree with me on this, I think that's absolutely fine. But I think that Elon Musk just did it by accident. And like, he's just like, yeah, I'm not going to do it because I'm part Polish. So you could obviously see why I wouldn't go ahead and do something like that. So, and I don't want to, I don't want no screenshots taken of me of, putting up the sign. But I think that he was I think he's just an idiot. That's all it is. I think Elon Musk is definitely an idiot, especially with this whole like PoE2 drama that came out recently about him. I can 100% see him doing something dumb like this. Like, I saw it. Is it bad? Oh, 100%. I'm not saying that it's not bad. I'm not saying that like, oh, he did it by accident, so it's fine. No, he's still an idiot. It's still stupid. It's still bad. 100% it's bad. It's just like, bro, what are you doing? Think a little bit. Like, use your brain. Obviously, you don't know how to at times, but use your brain. But do I think you did it on purpose? No. But if you did, I think that's fine. And that's where a lot of these people are going along with it. They're like, yep, this just goes to show Elon Musk is 100% a, N-word. I'm not going to say the word because, YouTube monetization things. But, yep, that's 100% why Elon's doing it. So now we're going to start banning X links on Reddit. So that's like the reasons why, obviously. And there's like a lot of other people in Reddit comments that are backing this up when it comes to a lot of Reddit pages, because there are a lot of Reddit pages already that are starting to put out this proposal to go ahead and ban like X.com links. And as much as there are people who are saying that like, oh, I only want it to be banned so because I don't have a Twitter account, and I don't want to make one. I just want to, engage with posts, not have to make an account for a website that I never use. And then there's also people that are like, yeah, I don't use Twitter because Elon Musk is this and that, and I hate the guy and blah, blah, blah. So there's definitely both sides of it, but I would definitely like to hear what you guys think about this down below. Do you think it's great that Reddit is like starting to ban, like at least these Reddit pages. Obviously, it's not throughout Reddit, but a lot of these Reddit pages are starting to ban, and or at least looking to ban, you know, Twitter links? Or do you think it's completely stupid to go ahead and ban Twitter links, and you think it should just be open to post, you know, kind of whatever they want? You think that the reasonings for banning it is stupid? But let me know down below. That's going to be it from me. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Peace out.